Well, hello, this is Mr. Hood. It's June of 2021, the summertime, and it's a good time to make a video about a car battery. So I've got several things I'm going to say about car batteries. First of all, it's a DC battery, direct current. So when you plug into your home, it's AC alternating current caused by some kind of generator, like a turbine turning something, or steam or coal, something burning and turning a turbine. But this is a DC power source. And you've heard of the term battery, like an artillery battery. An artillery battery is a lot of things. It's a lot of guns. So a battery is, in this case, 6 cells. And you can see the 6 spots for the sulfuric acid solution. I'm going to test that in a little while with some pH paper to show that it is an acid. It's sulfuric acid, and you test it with a device that measures density. So what you can see is this battery went bad. I'll tell more about it in a moment. But I was just checking the fluid level. It appears the fluid is okay, but it's dirty, and it probably either we accidentally left the accessory mode on in the car. I don't know why it went bad, but it's a 4-year-old battery. It's time for me to go buy a new battery, and I'll show that new battery in a little bit. So we're going to talk a little bit about batteries and voltage. The voltage for a car is roughly 12 volts. It's really 13 to 14 volts, depending on how well your battery is charged. So I'll show the formula for each oxidation and reduction of the lead oxide, sulfuric acid, sulfate stuff happening in there. I'll show the chemicals later. Right now this battery's bad. I'm going to replace the battery. For old cars, they just went click, 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 and they wouldn't start. For these new cars with push-button starters, it went haywire, and it's like nothing worked. And first of all, since the battery was dead, it makes me suspect there might be a problem with the alternator. I'm going to have that checked too. But last night when I charged the battery and the car started, I turned all the lights on, the AC on, and it was powering up to 14 volts. So it appears the alternator is probably working. But we'll talk more about the chemistry of this battery in a moment. Thanks. Okay, this is a test of the pH inside the liquid inside a car battery, 12 volt lead acid battery. So you'll see some graphics up there in a moment. Well, sulfuric acid is H2SO4. So let me put this in here. And look, it's red. pH 1, and I'll have to look up the pH and put it in the video about what the pH of battery acid is. It's whatever molarity it is, take the negative log to get the pH. And of course, we don't really test pH of strong acids because if it's strong, we know it's like 0, 1, or 2. So it's like, yeah, you don't even stick a pH meter in it because some of those strong acids will damage pH meters. So we use pH paper just to verify that, yes, this is a battery and it has sulfuric acid in it. All right. Okay, later in the morning, I went down to the pit stop and bought the 51R battery. Notice that the red is the positive, the black's the negative, and the red's the positive, the black cable's over here the negative. So I will install that shortly and then test the car to make sure. Now, you can see on the other thing I had sulfuric acid, so there's sulfuric acid. I'm not going to open this up right now, but I know that it's correct. It's a good, Interstate's a good battery. But if you have problems, when we were first married, we went to California in our not a new car, but it was a decent car. We drove through the California desert almost to Los Angeles Barstow. We parked. That night it was hot, and we came out. The car battery wouldn't work. And then later I looked in here, and these fluid levels were low. So that's one thing to check is the fluid levels. If the molarity is not right, then the redox reaction doesn't work right for the sulfuric acid. So some of you who are in Chem 2 we're going to balance redox reactions. It has to be in acid solution for the electrons to transfer correctly for the reaction to work. This is sulfuric acid because it's lead and lead oxide and lead sulfate. Lead 2 oxide and lead 2 sulfate, I believe. I'll have to check those. That's for memory. But I'll install this battery and be good to go. One thing, I don't know if I said this, I'll say it, I'll edit it out. These Honda Civics with the new push button, if the battery is not the right level, it acted crazy. In a normal car, this wouldn't start. This one, it's like beep, beep, and then you press the button and it didn't work. It's like, and then it locked up. The parking brake went on, like, ah. So on a Honda Civic, if the parking brake is weird, it won't start, then it could be a battery issue. And they said to charge it, but we're gonna go on two long trips, one to Big Bend and one to Montana. I don't want to chance having a recharged battery, and it's almost a 5-year-old car anyway. It's about time, and we have the money. We just bought the $100 battery. So, all right, we'll get some more stuff later.